Good morning, students. This is next topic in alcohols, phenols, ethers chapter. That is acidic nature of phenols. This is the last topic of phenols topic. Acidic nature of phenols. When alcohols release H plus ions, then alkoxide ions are formed. Alcohols means what? ROH. These are alcohols. When these alcohols release H plus ion, then this reaction takes place. This is what? Alkoxide ion. That means when alcohols releases H plus ions, they form alkoxide ions. In case of phenols, this is phenol. If OH present on benzene ring, that is phenol. When it releases H plus, then they form phenoxide and H plus ion. But here the point is, this phenoxide ion is stabilized by resonance. But these alkoxide ions are not stabilized by resonance. Alkoxide ions, for example, CH3O minus, C2H5O minus, these are alkoxide ions. In these alkoxide ions, its structure is like this: CHHO minus. Ethoxide means CHHH. If you observe these structures, there is no double bond, so there is no chance of exhibition of resonance structures by these ions. But phenoxide ion, its structure is like this. Then there is a chance of exhibition of resonance structures. If any substance exhibit resonance structures, then that substance exhibit more stable. So what is the point here? When phenol releases H plus ion, phenoxide ions are formed. These phenoxide ions are stabilized by resonance. So our point is, these phenoxide ions have more stable than alkoxide ions. Now these are stable by losing H plus ions. Which losing? Phenols. So that from this reason, phenols are more acidic. Acidic nature means tendency to lose H plus ions. When these lose H plus ions, then stable compounds are formed. So these compounds readily to exhibit like this. In such process, they lose H plus. So these phenols are acidic than alcohols. These are resonance structures of phenoxide ion. These are resonance structures of phenols. If you observe these resonance structures, in phenoxide ion only negative charge is present, but in case of phenols, two charges are present: negative charge, positive charge, negative charge, positive charge. So what is the point here? If only one charge is present, then it is more stable. But here charge separation, nothing but two charges are present, then it will be less stable. So what is the point here? Phenols are less stable than phenoxide ion. Next one. This is very important point regarding the signature of phenols. That is, if electron withdrawing groups present on phenol, then its acidic nature increases. See, this is phenol. This is a paranitrophenol. Among these, which is more acidic? This is. Why? Because this is electron withdrawing group. If electron withdrawing group is present, then this nitro group withdraws electrons from carbon of benzene ring, and finally this benzene ring withdraws electron from oxygen, and that oxygen withdraws electron from this hydrogen. Then this hydrogen readily loses as H plus. That means this compound exhibit more acidic compared to this one. So what is the point here? If electron withdrawing groups are present on phenols, then acidic nature increases. Next point. If electron donating group present on phenol, then acidic nature decreases. Why? Here see, this is phenol, this is paramethylphenol. This is acts as electron donating group. When it withdraws and then it donates electrons, then this carbon gets more electron density. Then this carbon donates those electrons to adjacent carbon atoms, and finally this carbon donates those electrons to this oxygen, and those oxygen donates electrons to this hydrogen. Then between oxygen and hydrogen, bond strength become more. If bond strength more, then it is very difficult to break that bond. Then this hydrogen cannot lose as H plus. So this compound not exhibit. This compound is not acidic. compared to this one. So what is the point here? If electron donating groups are present, acidic nature decreases. If electron withdrawing groups are present, acidic nature increases. These are very very important points. Next, if electron withdrawing groups increases, then acidic nature also increases. See, in this case only one withdrawing group is present, but in this case two withdrawing groups are present, so that compared to this one, this is having more acidic nature, because these are here two withdrawing groups are present. They readily withdraws electrons, then hydrogen readily loses as H plus. Next, if electron releasing groups or donating groups increases on phenol, then acidic nature decreases. See, this here only one methyl group, here three methyl groups are present, so that this compound is less acidic compared to this compound. So what is the point here? If electron withdrawing groups are present, acidic nature increases. If electron withdrawing groups increases, acidic nature increases. If electron donating groups present, acidic nature decreases. If electron donating groups increases, acidic nature also increases. Sorry, acidic nature also decreases. So you have to remember these points. Next one. Next important point regarding this one is ortho and para-nitrophenols are more acidic than meta-nitrophenol, because nitro groups present at ortho and para portion can stabilize phenoxidine by resonance, but a nitro group at a meta portion cannot stabilize phenoxidine by resonance. So what is the point here? Ortho and para-nitrophenols are more acidic compared to meta-nitrophenol, because those are stabilized by resonance, but a meta-nitrophenol cannot stabilize by resonance. So that ortho and para-nitrophenols are more acidic compared to meta-nitrophenol. Compared to ortho nitrophenol, para-nitrophenol is more acidic. Compared to ortho-nitrophenol, para-nitrophenol is more acidic, because in case of ortho-nitrophenol, the groups which are present at adjacent portions, so what? There is a chance of repulsions, that is one point, and there is a chance of formation of hydrogen bond between hydrogen and oxygen. Then it exhibits less acidic compared to para-nitrophenol. So para-nitrophenol is more acidic than ortho, which is more acidic than meta. Why this is more acidic? Here this group stabilizes phenoxidine by resonance. This also stabilizes phenoxidine by resonance, but this cannot stabilize phenoxidine by resonance, because this is present at meta portion. But compared to ortho-nitrophenol, para-nitrophenol is more acidic. Why? In case of ortho-nitrophenol, these bulky groups are present at adjacent portions, and there is a chance of hydrogen bond between hydrogen and oxygen of nitro group, so that acidic nature somehow decreases. Here, in case of electron donating groups on phenols, para case or the case, in para case and ortho case, acidic nature is same, but that is less compared to meta case. So when electron donating groups present on benzene ring, phenol, then meta-methyl phenol is more acidic than ortho and para. In both ortho and para, acidic nature is same, because when methyl group is present at meta portion in phenol, it can be stabilized of phenoxidine, but in this case they cannot stabilize. So in that both cases acidic nature is same. Next point, when Ka value increases, acidic nature also increases, but pKa decreases, because between Ka and pK inverse relation is there. When Ka decreases, acidic nature decreases, Ka increases. So this is all about acidic nature of phenol. Here you have to remember 2 points only, that is what? Phenols are more acidic than alcohols. That is first point. Second point, when electron withdrawing groups present, acidic nature increases. Electron donating groups present, acidic nature decreases. If withdrawing groups increases, acidic nature also increases. If electron donating groups increases, acidic nature decreases. Thus, this is the last topic of this chapter. See, if oxygen is attached to two alkyl groups, then it is said to be ether. In that case, uh, if you take water, see water, this is water, this is the structure for water. If these two hydrogens replaced by methyl group or ethyl group or aryl group means benzene ring, then those compounds are called what? Ethers. So in ethers, oxygen is present between two carbons. It must be present between two carbon atoms. So all ethers are derivatives of water. These are derivatives of water. Next, if two alkyl groups attached to oxygen is same, those are symmetrical ether. If two alkyl groups are different, those are unsymmetrical ethers. That means around oxygen atom, if two alkyl groups are same, that is symmetrical. If two alkyl groups are different, that is unsymmetrical. Next, the general formula of ethers is CnH2n plus 2O. That is the general formula for alcohols also. So we can say that one point, that is alcohols and ethers are functional group isomers because both are having same general formula. Next, the IUPAC name of ethers is alkoxyalkane. Alkoxyalkane, nothing but methoxymethane, ethoxyethane, like that. Next, nomenclature of ethers. See, CH3OCH3, this is ether. Its common name is what? Dimethyl ether. Its IUPAC name is what? Methoxymethane, alkoxyalkane. Next, in this case, diethyl ether, ethoxyethane. In this case, CH3OCH2H4. See here, different alkyl groups are present. If different alkyl groups are present in common name, the alkyl group which comes in alphabetical order first, that should be mentioned. This is methyl, this is ethyl. So which comes first in alphabetical manner? This comes first. So its name is ethyl methyl ether. This is common name. In case of IUPAC names, the lower alkyl group should be ended with oxy and higher alkyl group should be ended with ane. This is lower alkyl group because one carbon. This is higher alkyl group because two carbon. So its IUPAC name methoxyethane. In this case, methyl propyl. Here three carbons are present. So here we have to give number. First name is methyl propyl, which comes first in alphabetical manner. MP, which comes M comes first. So methyl N propyl. Why? Because these three carbons present in straight chain. N propyl ether, methyl N propyl ether. But IUPAC name is what? Here three carbons are present. So number starts from here 1, 2, 3 because this is functional group. So 1-methoxypropane. Here number is given from either right to left or left to right. So 1, 2, 3. 2-methoxypropane. This is the IUPAC name. Then what about common name? Methyl isopropyl ether. Methyl isopropyl ether. Because if two CH3 groups present on carbon, that is said to be what? Isopropyl. Next here, C2H5O, CH2, CH2, CH3. That means this is ethyl, this is propyl. Ethyl propyl ether or ethyl and propyl ether. Then what about the IUPAC name? This is first carbon, 1-ethoxypropane. Next, see here methyl group and benzene ring. So methyl phenyl ether. One more name is anisole. This is common name. Methyl phenyl ether, that is common name. One more name is anisole. IUPAC name methoxybenzene. Here ethyl phenyl ether. IUPAC name ethoxybenzene. Here diphenyl ether. IUPAC name phenoxybenzene. Next here see this cyclohexane ring. On this ring, two methyl groups with those two present on one same carbon and one methoxy group present on second carbon. Here there is no common name. That means we can't give common name for all organic compounds, but we can give IUPAC name for our organic compounds. So what is the IUPAC name? This ether group acts as a substituent always. I told you that point in 11th class. So these are methyl groups. This is methoxy group. Methoxy group. All are substituents. If you give number from this side 1 2 comma 2, then its number is 1 plus 2 plus 2, that is 5. If you give number from here to here, that means 1 plus 1 plus 2, total 4. In previous case 5. So we should follow lowest sum rule when substituents are present. So we have to give number from here to here. So what is its name? 2-methoxy 1,1 dimethyl cyclohexane. Not 1,1 dimethyl 2-methoxy cyclohexane, because alphabetical order. Methoxy comes first compared to methyl. So 2-methoxy 1,1 dimethyl cyclohexane, not benzene, cyclohexane.